Hi, my name is Jim and I was retired. Last week, I warned you not to believe everything you read on the internet. And in this week's video, though, I'm going to review some of the sources I do trust on the internet. In the past 8 years since I was retired, here are some of the more than 30 reliable sources for my DIY retirement. Stay tuned. Now, before I start, please like and subscribe and hit that bell for a notification if you like entertaining ideas from a DIY retiree. I'm not a professional. I'm not trying to sell you a course or a book. I'm simply sharing my perspectives to help you prepare for your own DIY retirement. Now, one reaction to last week's video was you can't believe anything on the internet anyway. Um, I think there was a poop emoji involved, but that's too cynical. In my forced early retirement over the past 8 years, I found some very reliable sources of information on the internet. I mentioned one of them last week, boglehead.org, a message board website that has its own mix of experts and amateurs and ramblings that you need to sift through. But there have been wonderful ideas that I've found there that I've built into my low-cost, broad-based indexed fund portfolio for my retirement. Now, Bogleheads also has a YouTube channel, including video highlights from their annual convention, and you can watch all of those for free. And it has a feed that I follow on X, formerly Twitter. Now, in addition, there are several channels right here on YouTube that I found useful. One of the first channels that I followed was Josh Scanlon's Heritage Wealth Planning. Now, he's a Georgia-based certified financial planner who began his career with Vanguard and USAA before setting up his own fee-only, advice-only practice. Now, his focus is on helping you quit your crappy old job and relax into retirement. Now, even if you don't hire him, he'll give you an infantryman's boot camp education on personal finance, Social Security, and retirement. Now, I also follow Holy Schmidt, featuring Jeffrey Schmidt, CPA, quote, an award-winning author and international speaker, although I've never heard of him before, and his speaking style is a little buttoned down, almost as buttoned down as Josh is sweaty. But I found some good information on his channel, but more recently I found some others. James Canole of Root Financial is a very calm, clear, not hesitant speaker. He's also a CFP and a registered investment advisor with about a decade of experience despite his college kid looks. Now, since he's a fee-only AUM planner, I'm not likely to be his client. My retirement is DIY. But as long as he puts out these educational videos on YouTube for free, I'll be watching and learning. Now, Andy Panko is an advice-only planner. He doesn't want to manage your money. He does charge a flat annual fee for his clients, but he also provides a ton of free information, which I do value. Now, I found him through a Facebook group called Taxes in Retirement. One of his moderators, Cody Garrett, recently launched his own Measure Twice Planners. Now, Andy has this YouTube channel, which was originally called Retirement Planning Demystified, and it now is called Retirement Planning Education to match his Facebook group. Andy tells dad jokes and goes through complex topics thoroughly, often with his guest speakers on this YouTube channel. Now, Rob Berger learned about personal finance after spending about 25 years as a securities attorney in Washington, D.C. Now, he's written about the subject since 2007. He wrote a book called How to Retire Before Mom and Dad, and then took his own advice and retired in 2016. He is a very good explainer of topics on this YouTube channel, and he also hosts extended Q&A sessions there that cover a wide range of topics, and I really appreciate the fact that he puts time stamps into those Q&A sessions so you can jump around to the the topics that mean the most to you. Raman Nakasa, I believe this is how you pronounce it, began his Pension Craft YouTube channel in 2017 to teach people how to invest well for themselves and avoid high fees. That's something I want to do. Now, he previously was an investment banker and a frequent contributor to CNBC and Bloomberg TV. Now, he's based in UK, and he'll cover both US and UK monetary policy as well as financial planning. Wade Pfau and Alex Murguia are both PhDs, and in addition to working for McLean Asset Management, a AUM firm, they also work for retirement researchers and have co-founded RISA, the Retirement Income Style Awareness. Now, that's like a Myers-Briggs of personal finance, a way of discovering your personal approach to retirement. This podcast is an extension of that work that I first found on Facebook. Now, I've taken the RISA about twice in pilot and once in the final form, and I found it very informative. And I also have Wade's textbook on retirement, which you should get. Now, Roger Whitney is one of the leading podcasters in the field, and he focuses on an agile approach to rocking retirement. Now, he works from a club membership kind of approach as well. And while I have not bought into his club approach, a lot of the podcasts are free and solid information. The YouTube channel is mostly audio. I bought my Medigap plan from Boomer Benefits, and its owner, Danielle Roberts, has a clear way of explaining Medicare and Medigap insurance. And she's one of the few Medicare brokers that takes time to explain the subject rather than forcing you into whatever's paying the best commission, like an Advantage plan. Medigap Seminars with Matthew Klassen is another broker with a very good channel on the subject. And I found Devin Carroll's YouTube channel when I was researching Social Security claiming strategies. Then I joined his Social Security Intelligence Facebook group as well. There's a lot of great discussion there on Social Security topics. Now, I've discovered Diamond Nest Egg when I was looking for explanations of I-bonds. Jennifer does a great job at explaining treasuries and I-bonds and other information for her super savers. And while she also runs a membership model, you don't have to be a member to review the free contents. Now, Joe Kuhn spent his career in operations management and retired at the age of 54. Now, he's one of many out there with an engineering background that have engineered their own approach to retirement. Joe is almost 60 now, so he's into his retirement. He's about to hit the milestones that I went through on Medicare and stuff, so I'm going to watch his channel carefully in the coming years. Two more recent retirees that I follow are Steve's Retirement Corner and Dwayne at Retire Early 500K. Now, I watch both of these channels more for the philosophy that they espouse, embracing retirement in their own way. Now, I follow a bunch of folks on Twitter, now known as X, and I won't go through all of them here. I'll just say that reliable sources can be found and followed on the internet if you look for them. And many of them have free email newsletters that you'll receive in your inbox. Jonathan Clements, for instance, edits and hosts The Humble Dollar, which is a great collection of articles from various retirees. David Enna at TipsWatch focuses on tips and treasuries. And Harry Sitt is the financial buff, and he covers a range of tax and retirement and investing ideas. Now, Michael Kitces is a researcher who focuses on the fee-only AUM financial planning industry. But he puts out a weekly email to his financial planner readers, and I read that as well. And there are often great ideas that also apply to DIY retirees. And Mike Piper, who created OpenSocialSecurity.com calculator, does a great job of summarizing the articles that he reads, and he puts it out in this Oblivious Investor, which I read. So there are many reliable sources on the internet that you can find. In fact, I've provided links to many of them on my Google sites. I have links for every video that I've created on this YouTube channel. My goal is to share what I've learned, including the trusted sources of information, so that you can manage your own DIY retirement. I will conclude with my standard warning. I am not a financial planner or a lawyer or an accountant. I have no initials after my name. So take these as entertaining ideas from one educated consumer to another. Always do your own due diligence and seek out a professional if you need one.